Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters.
Have you heard the whispers echoing through the halls of hip-hop? Have you wondered what happens when loyalty clashes with power and secrets collide with ambition? Beanie Sigel once stood on top, producing hits that shook the streets and fueled the empire of Rockefeller Records. Legend has it that executives whispered he could never outshine his boss, Jay-Z, on a label where Jay held all the cards. Meanwhile, Diddy walked a tightrope, sipping champagne at fancy soirees while keeping an eye on the feds circling like vultures.
Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly.
Rumor has it he might be staring at a life sentence, and insiders claim he is ready to cut deals with prosecutors. They say he could pin major industry figures against the wall, and at the center of that storm stands Jay-Z, his longtime ally. Beanie Sigel, once Jay's protege, is now sounding the alarm, warning Jay to run for the hills. He swears Diddy holds dirt so damaging it could crumble everything Jay built. When power brokers start sweating bullets, even empires built on platinum plaques and billionaire status can crumble. Now the industry braces itself, because if Diddy flips, the fallout could be seismic. Let's dive into the chaos, the old grudges, the new betrayals, and the dark past waiting to be exposed.
Sean Combs have one person in common. Professional.
The industry loves a good spectacle, but nothing matches the intrigue of friends turned foes. Diddy and Jay-Z forged a bond in the 90s that seemed unbreakable. Together, they navigated the wild world of record deals, lavish tours, and cutthroat politics. They celebrated wins side by side, from platinum records to sold-out concerts, their names forever linked in the annals of hip-hop royalty. Yet whispers persisted of shady deals made behind closed doors, and murky alliances formed in dimly lit back rooms. Jay-Z built Rockefeller Records into an empire, while Diddy's bad boy name rang out across airwaves worldwide. Their synergy seemed unstoppable, until the day trust shattered like a shattered mirror.
And privately. Sean Carter, he's been covered.
Enter Beanie Sigel, Jay-Z's street general, whose rise from Philly's gritty neighborhoods to the center of Rockefeller's power play seemed like destiny. He founded state property, sold clothing, starred in films, and laid scorching verses that turned heads across the country. Beanie rode for Jay-Z with unwavering loyalty, believing the empire would stand behind him when troubles arose. Instead, he discovered that loyalty in business can be a fickle friend. In 2004, as Rockefeller stumbled under the weight of internal power struggles, Beanie found himself abandoned. He faced federal charges alone, while Jay-Z ascended to boardroom heights, crafting a billionaire image that ignored the soldier who bled for him.
And protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange.
Beanie's tale is a cautionary story of how empires can chew up and spit out those who build them. He went to prison, his career hanging by a thread, while Jay-Z continued to drop hit albums and dominate the charts. Beanie watched from behind bars as his calls for help went unanswered, as the man he called brother distanced himself. That silence spoke volumes, and resentment brewed like a storm. When Jay-Z's lawyer publicly denied any deep ties to Diddy, Beanie saw a pattern. Those at the top protect themselves by sacrificing the ones who carried their weight. His mistrust of Jay-Z deepened, forging cracks that would later widen into chasms.
He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it.
Fast forward to today, and the drama has a new villain. Federal prosecutors circling Diddy like sharks. They accuse him of everything from bribery to racketeering to witness tampering. The charges are so serious that Diddy risks spending the rest of his life in prison. Desperate to save himself, insiders say he's ready to flip. He plans to shake the foundations of the music world, naming names that could bring down titans. Whispers claim Jay-Z's name sits at the top of that list. After decades of shared success, Diddy might cast his former brother-in-arms into the flames. If that happens, Jay will learn just how fragile alliances can be when freedom is on the line.
So this just in, Diddy allegedly has evidence of Jay-Z unaliving his mistress, Kathy White, and
What could Diddy possibly know about Jay-Z's past? Rumor has it, the dirt dates back to the early 2000s, when both men navigated a murky underworld where music, money, and crime intersected. Tales circulate of hustles gone wrong, whispered bribes, and secrets sealed by fear. Jay's image as the self-made mogul stands in stark contrast to stories of deals cut with figures best left unnamed. Diddy, with his knack for making friends across every walk of life, likely witnessed much of it firsthand. He owned labels, managed talent, and moved through circles where loyalty meant keeping lips sealed. But when loyalty cracks, even the deepest secrets can surface. Beanie Sigel steps into this story as the messenger of doom, convinced that Diddy's threats are very real. He's seen the machinery in motion, talk of secret recordings, hidden files, and testimony that could shatter reputations. Beanie's grim warning to Jay is more than paranoia, it's based on first-hand betrayal. He recalls how Jay once claimed to have his back, only to leave him stranded when legal battles loomed. Jay's boardroom tactics, while brilliant, often left allies to fight alone. Now Beanie watches in horror as Jay potentially faces the same fate he endured years ago, a fate sealed by those he trusted.
The reason Diddy isn't in jail yet is because he's cooperating with authorities to take Jay down with him.
Meanwhile, Diddy plots his next move, eyes fixed on the deal that could set him free. He knows names that could tilt the balance of power, names that carry weight from the highest offices to the streets. If he drops Jay-Z, the fallout will scramble headlines and rewrite history. Fans who once celebrated their partnership might question everything they believed. Songs that reverbed triumph now echo with betrayal. The industry could fracture, leaving a vacuum where power brokers scramble to fill their seats. The luxury mansions and lavish concerts of yesterday could give way to fear and uncertainty. Jay-Z, for his part, stays silent in public, his posture unshaken, his empire intact. He's learned the art of calculated distance, a well-placed statement, a strategic denial, and a press release that deflects attention. When Diddy's son released that diss track, Jay kept his lips zipped. His lawyer, Alex Spiro, stepped in, insisting Jay and Diddy were never as close as the world believed. That public distancing stung Diddy, who felt blindsided by a man he once called family. Rumors say Diddy's rage burned hotter than ever, fueling his determination to retaliate. How would Jay deal with a betrayal on such a grand scale?
Kathy White was Jay-Z's side piece. Kathy was an up-and-coming industry publicist, fitness, and beauty.
The history between Jay-Z and Beanie is littered with broken promises and unfulfilled loyalties. Beanie recalls the endless nights in studio booths, laying tracks with Jay, feeding off his energy. He remembers pushing albums while Jay-Z's dropped right on top, overshadowing every move he made. It felt like a calculated chess match, where Jay took every opportunity to stay one step ahead. Beanie's clothing line thrived briefly under Rockefeller's banner, only to be snuffed out when power dynamics shifted. As Jay-Z's influence grew, Beanie found himself squeezed out, his reputation fading while Jay's star burned brighter. Dame Dash emerges as a figure who saw the betrayal firsthand. He watched Jay-Z maneuver behind the scenes, cutting alliances to secure his own throne. Dame worked tirelessly to lift Beanie and the state property crew, envisioning them as the future of Rockefeller. But Jay's silent sabotage left Dame powerless to protect his protege. When Beanie lost support, Dame stood by him, showing up at court dates and pleading for help. Their bond, forged in struggle and sweat, contrasted sharply with Jay's polished public persona. Dame's anger still simmers, a testament to the wounds of betrayal that never fully heal. Beanie's music from that period paints a raw picture of life on the edge, a man torn between loyalty and survival. Tracks like What You Talking About cut deep, accusing Jay-Z of playing him for a pawn. Those verses resonated with fans who sensed the underlying pain behind every bar. Jay-Z's reply? A calm dismissal, painting Beanie as the angry one, refusing to acknowledge his role in the drama. That refusal to own up created a schism that still festers. Beanie's path after prison never regained the momentum he once had, while Jay soared higher, leaving Beanie's cries to echo in empty rooms.
Expert when she mysteriously died at 28. Jay-Z was seeing her on the down low and got her pregnant.
Now, with Diddy's legal peril looming, the past seems poised to come full circle. If Diddy does flip, he could confirm everything Beanie ever hinted at, validating years of bitter claims. the industry might witness a reckoning where every hand played is laid bare. Jay-Z's record of betrayals, the whispered deals, the silent exits, all could blow up. Fans would see the man behind the mogul, the one who built an empire on calculated moves that left allies behind. The shiny image of hip-hop's king might crack, revealing a darker core where loyalty is just another move on the board. The stakes couldn't be higher. Jay-Z's brand extends far beyond music. Clothing lines, streaming services, luxury hotels, even sports management. A blow to his reputation could ripple through every venture, threatening to topple dominoes in every sector. Investors might shy away, partnerships could dissolve, and the empire Jay built from nothing could crumble under public scrutiny. The once celebrated underdog turned billionaire risks losing everything to the ghosts of a past he tried to bury. All because Diddy might sing and Beanie refuses to stay silent. Yet in this high-stakes drama, Diddy isn't the only one with secrets. Rumors suggest Jay-Z's hands in questionable business dealings, alliances with figures better left unnamed, and brutal tactics to silence rivals. Stories persist of deals made in dark rooms, whispers of payoffs that kept details buried. Diddy's testimony could shine a spotlight on those moments, confirming rumors that swirled in the shadows. Suddenly, every collaboration from the early 2000s could warrant closer examination. Fans will wonder, what happened in those back alleys of the music world? What was exchanged for platinum plaques?
So according to a journalist, Kathy was going to tell the tabloids everything for the right price, but Jay found out.
Hip-hop thrives on tales of triumph over adversity, of rags-to-rich narratives that inspire millions. Jay-Z's rise fits that mold perfectly, out of Brooklyn streets to the pinnacle of global power. But the truth may be more complicated. The man who once celebrated every milestone with a puff of victory smoke now stands with shackles on his future, eyeing a deal that could set him free while incinerating reputations. So keep watching, keep listening, and keep questioning. The drama of Diddy exposing Jay-Z's dark past and Beanie Sigel's warning to run is not a soap opera. It's a real saga unfolding before our eyes. It challenges our perceptions, tests our loyalties, and forces us to reckon with uncomfortable truths. As fans, we must demand accountability and refuse to be blinded by fame. When legends clash, history is made, and it's our job to document every twist and turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, share this video with anyone who needs to know the real story, and hit that like button if you can't wait to see how this ends. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss the next update on this saga. The truth is coming, and trust us, you'll want to be here when it breaks.